start by telling us a bit about yourself and your musical journey so far?
Well, first of all, my name is Finn Borshear, aka Bloo. I also go by Mainman Finjamin on Instagram, and I'm a YouTuber, music producer, DJ, and promoter. I got my start weirdly about 2018. It was when Lil Peep had, it was just a couple months after Lil Peep had passed, and for whatever reason I started listening to him. I fuck with Lil Peep heavily, obviously, as well. So I've been listening to his music, and I listened to a couple interviews and read a couple interviews, and I'd learnt that he was making shit from his bedroom, and I was like, because I've got no experience in music. I've never done a GCSE or A-level course because my school never offered that. And I was like, what the fuck? How is he recording this shit from his bedroom? So I started digging into it, and I'd heard about FL Studio, which is like a software for recording music and producing music on your laptop. And you could get it for free on top of that. It costs, but sail the high seas, if you get what I mean. You know, do a cheeky bit of piracy. Yeah, so that's how I got started. I didn't actually start off with FL. I started with a platform that's still available now called Soundtrap. It's supplied by Spotify, and it's good. It's good for sampling, like if you want to just mix samples on it, but in regards to recording and audio quality, but that's what I got started out with at 13, 14, and the stuff I was producing on that is never going to see the light of day again. I used to have a really crappy SoundCloud on it back in the day.
Track, the one that you showed.
True. Nah, I should play a cheeky bit of Yamanov. That's what I used to go under before Bloo. But yeah, real OGs know.
Your deep dive.
Deep dive, Blue Law. But yeah, that's how I sort of got started. And then YouTube stuff sort of came around November 2021 when I was working a kitchen job. I was doing porter work, so I was washing dishes and stuff, and I was miserable as hell. I was bored as hell because there'd be occasional dead moments where there was no service. So my mind would just go wandering off on things. And I was like, you know what? I'm really bored. When I get back home, should I just make a video about this rapper called Lil B, the Bass God? So I just did. But yeah, that's how I got started. And that is I consider that the OG Idiot's Guide interview, because I used to do that as a series on YouTube. I need to pick it up again.
I've seen some of that.
Yeah, a lot of people, I'm worried, I don't know. I got too silly on the internet sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I got started with this shit, I guess, with the YouTube and the music shit.
Can you share some of your musical influences or inspirations?
Well, Lil Peep, obviously, that was one of my early ones, as a kid. I don't listen to him as much anymore, because I don't know, in my opinion, listening to his music long term just ended up making me constantly sad. And I know that's kind of the point, because it was very sad, depressing topics.
Yeah.
But I ended up wanting to listen to other stuff. And it was around that time, I was about 14 odd, yeah, I was about 14, I discovered Young Lean. And I remember watching the music video for Kyoto, and that is cool as hell. I based the 30K Swishers music video and a little bit of Memory Jump style off of Kyoto.
Growing up around, all these older guys older than me, and I see them doing it, so I think it's cool. So, my mama, she wasn't able to give me everything I wanted, for it.
Is your memory card set correctly? You don't have enough memory in the...
Because it was just bro was just chilling in Stockholm, going to the shops, driving around quad bikes with his mates, chilling at the river. And, he wasn't some gangster rapper, he's just a regular
Regular bloke?
Yeah, regular dude from the suburbs like me. So I was oh, fuck with this shit. And then January 2019, I discovered Drain Gang, which is they're closely associated with Young Lean because they're all from Sweden. And for whatever reason, I think someone was just trolling, that someone told me that one of the rappers of Drain Gang, Blade, was Young Lean's cousin. So I just took that as oh yeah, he must be. But no, they're not related, they're just mates. Say Young Lean, Drain Gang, a lot of Witch House, Crystal Castles, Snow Strippers. Big up Snow Strippers and Crystal Castles. Fuck Ethan Caff though. producer of Crystal Castles. He's a dick. Yabajin, I love Yabajin as well. He inspired the Memory Jump style music video. So you know that really freaky intro, whereas like I bit crushed it to like, I think it was like 280p, 280 pixels. So it looked like it was filmed on a flip phone. So I don't know, I found that funny, like just because, I don't know, Yabajin does his own stuff, I rate it. A lot of metal music too. I don't really like make metal music, but like I take influence from it. It's like black metal bands like Bathory. But yeah, Bathory are cool as fuck. They do Viking metal too. Dark Throne. A lot of dungeon synth, because I did like a dungeon synth side project years ago. That ain't seen the light of day either though. But like the storytelling from like metal music and dungeon synth, I really rated that. So yeah, that's probably a couple of my musical influences. I think we'd be here all day if like I prattled on about them.
What kind of music do you create, and how would you describe your unique style?
It's a mix of stuff, so it's like a mix of gabba and hardcore, which is like the more like the 4/4 like beat bass pounding shit. So it's like it's like your typical 4/4 pattern. A lot of drum and bass people can kind of like enjoy it, but I don't know, I haven't been making as much gabba music recently because I found that I need to be like really pissed off when I'm making gabba. And I can't all the time, I just get burnt out. I started making garage for whatever reason recently.
Garage?
Yeah, garage music, like UK garage. It was mostly inspired by like Burial, for example. He's really good. Aphex Twin too, I really love Aphex Twin. So it's more so like garage and ambient stuff. So that's when I made 30k Swishes. That's what made me want to go in that direction, because it's not aggressive like French Connection. I still love French Connection though, but like it's a bit more chilled and laid back, and like I want that sort of thing because I can't be too stressed or too angry all the time about shit. So I made 30k Swishes in a day as well, which was funny.
A day?
Yeah, I made it in a day. It was kind of funny. I just laid it all out when I was finishing off. I stopped using Soundtrap after that as well.
Yeah.
So that was the last time I used Soundtrap, was to make 30k Swishes. So I made that in a day, and I mixed it in a day too, and then that was it. Like that's all it took. It took 1 day to make it. And I also sampled, it's not directly from Black Cray, but it was in his song, but the actual sample itself, it was one of the members of Cash Money Records. He was being interviewed, and he was talking about how he was sort of steeped in drug addiction.
My mama, you know, she wasn't able to give me everything I wanted, you know, far as clothing wise and, you know, tennis shoe wise. So I saw them out there getting it. So, you know, they put it in my head like, you know, I could get it too. You know, that fast money, cannot to talk about it. But, you know, I got hooked up when I was young, like 15 years old, you know, went from smoking blunts, you know what I'm saying, then graduating to the next level, and, you know.
Like 12, 13 years old, you know, like I got into like really bad crime related stuff, but like this music shit got me out. This other rapper, Black Craze, that was the sample in his music video for 30k Round Clip, but also mildly inspired the title for 30k Swishes, but I implemented that into the song as well, which I think was like the key driver to it.
Growing up around, you know, all these older guys older than me, and I see them doing it, you know, so I think it's cool. So, you know, my mama, you know, she was...
Everybody sort of remembers it for that, but also the flute melody thing. That's what I've been making more recently. It's like ambient garage. Yeah, ambient garage, I guess you could say, actually, yeah. So it's just like stuff I want to chill and relax to.
That's your new style.
I've taken a lot of inspiration. Like Alex asked this question last week as well, funnily enough, because he seemed to think it was Y2K. I wouldn't call it Y2K. I think it's just a mix of everything I've like looked at in the past. So it's like, granted, there is a little bit of Y2K in it, there's a little bit of 2000 stuff in it, but like, you know, we kind of grew up on that stuff, so I'm very well versed in that. So you could say it's like a mix of like Y2K, indie sleaze. I fuck with indie sleaze heavy. Like Bling is where I got the Ed Hardy shit Vinted.
You rate the Vinted?
Nah, shouts Vinted, man. Fuck Depop. You save your buckaroos on Vinted. A lot of there's this other thing that like not many people are aware of as much, called Pen and Pixel. It's a graphic design company that were making rap album covers for like a lot of USA rappers in like Texas, Tennessee, Mississippi, South and North Carolina. So it was like this big blingy, like everything was so maximalist, extravagant, diamonds, everything. Like the font was in diamonds. you know, the rappers had like their bling on show in the camera on the fucking album covers and shit.
That's quite 2000s.
Yeah, it is quite 2000s, isn't it? Like, and it was also like that kind of like low quality Photoshop stuff too. So like, whilst it was still like really garish and blingy, it also still had like a lower quality to it.
Yeah.
So like, I kind of fucked with that a lot, and that's also what inspired the album cover for Speed King by me and Revan. The title was a pen and pixel font that we got. So it was like that big diamond font for Speed King.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been like messing around with lately though. So also Chief Keef, I wouldn't be wearing True Religion if it wasn't for Chief Keef, and I'm wearing True Religion jeans right now. So
lastly, what are your inspirations and goals for your music career in the near future?
good question. I want to get into the music industry in whatever avenue, whether that's like producer, artist, label management, or just some form of label work. I've kind of enjoyed that recently. Like doing Sucker Punch has like shown me the avenues for that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily just have to be like in the music industry as an artist. I just want to get into that industry regardless, because like I can't see myself doing an office job. I can't see myself doing like a regular job. Like I'm not built for that. Like I just want to get into the music industry in whatever avenue, and maybe hopefully one day have some finances where I can support like my family. I want to be able to buy my mum a gaff. I want to be able to buy my mum a house, or like, a position where I can do that. The main goal for now, like, you know, once I can get in, maybe I can accrue the finances for that, and then be able to maybe support my younger sister and my younger brother for whatever they want to do, uni or otherwise. Like my aim more or less, and like I'm gonna try get there like no matter what. So have a crack at it. So that's my sort of motivations for this, I guess.
And goals.
That's my goals. So thank you very much, boss.